Lee's here at Bowman Library with a whole new middle grade book spotlight. So as we continue throughout our summer reading adventure, we are up to week number 4, which is Tales from the Beyond. What we're taking a look at this week is we are taking a look at books that are like science fiction or set in outer space, from the beyond. So here's the biggest thing to remember about science fiction. Science fiction is all about things that could possibly happen in the future. Even if they sound so crazy or beyond what we can think of, if it could possibly happen, it falls into that science fiction category. So we have 6 ones we're going to take a look at, so let's get started. Our first one is Guys Reads Other Worlds. So what I love about this book, and we have a whole collection of these, they all have a different theme, is it's filled with short stories. So it's not just one big book, there are multiple mini stories that are all science fiction based. So there's literally something for everyone inside this book, no matter what type of science fiction you like. So you can jump around, you can read the ones that you want to, read the ones skip the ones you don't want to read. And there's authors such as Rick Riordan, Rebecca Steed, Neal Shusterman, even Ray Bradbury has stories in here. So I highly recommend this if you want to just get like a taste of a little bit of everything, or if you're just looking for something short to read. This is Guys Reads Other Worlds. Ambassador by William Alexander. So it is the start of summer break, and 11-year-old Gabe thinks he's going to have a normal summer. But that changes one night when an envoy, this is an alien that can shift, they can shift their shapes, shows up into Gabe's bedroom and informs Gabe that he has been chosen as Earth's ambassador to the universe. Gabe, decides, okay, I'll go along with it, and he agrees to do it. And as he goes to sleep, he finds himself traveling across the galaxy. And when they discover that there is some unknown alien aircraft, it's going to be up to Gabe to figure out what exactly is going on. And at the same time on Earth, as Gabe is having this, out of space experience, his father is in the process of being deported back to Mexico, and on top of all that, there's another ambassador from another planet in the galaxy, in the universe, that is trying to kill Gabe as well. So if you like your science fiction with some political intrigue and some action, this one has a little bit of everything. This is Ambassador. Sci-Fi Junior High. So Calvin gets to start his 7th grade year in a new school, which is already awkward and difficult to begin with, but this one's even harder because it is 50,000 light years away from Earth. That's because Calvin's parents are genius scientists, and they have been sent to work at the Galactic Space Hub on a top secret project. And everyone expects Calvin to be this genius as well, but he isn't. So when an evil scientist tries to hijack the robot project that his parents are working on, it's going to be up to Calvin and his new friends to put an end to this evil mission before it compromises everything. This is filled with comics and humor. If you love to laugh out loud while you're reading, this is a perfect choice. There is a sequel. This is the first one, Sci-Fi Junior High. Sky Jumper. So it is the year 2069, and it is right after the end of World War III. So during this war, most of the population was killed, cities were wiped out, and technology as we know it basically has disappeared. 12-year-old Hope lives in an area called White Rock, which is one of the few areas left protected from this dangerous air called bomb's breath, which if you breathe it in, it can kill you. But Hope has this special ability which allows her to leave White Rock, which no one else can do, because she is able to jump through this cloud of bomb's breath without nothing happening to her. So this is going to be really important because when a gang of robbers come into their town, they're able to get through the bomb's breath just like she can. And they decide they're going to hold everyone hostage because this town has this antibiotic. It has this medicine that they want to get their hands on because they need it to save some of their people. And it's going to be up to Hope to go find help before her town and the civilization as she knows it comes to an end. If you love your action-packed science fiction dystopian book, but life being completely different than we know it, then this is an amazing choice. It's the first in a series. This is Sky Jumpers. How to make friends and monsters. So Howard is a 7th grader with literally no friends. Seeing as he is super smart though, he decides he's going to set up a lab in his garage and he's going to make a friend. When he does, he names it Frankenstein after the classic Frankenstein. So wanting to bring his new friends to school, Howard disguises him as an exchange student from Canada, and soon Franklin becomes super popular and he amazes people with his football skills, but he still defends his only friend, Howard. When Franklin starts to make friends with the popular crowd though, and soon Howard starts to become friends with them too, Howard realizes that it's not as much fun as what he thought it was going to be, especially when they want him to make them their own Frankensteins. This is filled with comics and cartoons. If you want a science fiction story that is filled with friendship and middle school drama, make sure to check this one out, How to Make Friends and Monsters. And our last one for today is Geeks, Girls, and Secret Identities by Mike Jung. And he is an amazing author. I could not recommend this one enough. So Copperplate City has their very own superhero, Captain Stupendous. And Vincent, along with his 2 best friends, they know everything there is to know about him. When a new evil villain comes into their town with his giant robot, he and Captain Stupendous have their first battle. But something happens and Captain Stupendous is not the same after. He moves slower and does not seem as powerful or as clever as before. When Captain Stupendous saves Vincent, though, from being crushed by this gigantic robot one day, it sets off a chain of events that is going to change everything Vincent thought he knew about Captain Stupendous. This is one that you will not be able to put down. It's filled with action, adventure, twists and turns, along with some humor and some amazing friendship. Again, I highly recommend this one. This is Geeks, Girls, and Secret Identities. So these are just 6 of the books that we have here at the library that are tales from the beyond. You know, they are set in outer space, they're science fiction. So I encourage you to come on down, check out one of these, or we can help you find whatever perfect book you are looking for. So keep in mind, since this is part of our summer reading, just by watching this video, you have completed one of your Tales from the Beyond badge activities. And for this week, we have a superhero activity kit available for you to pick up, which also counts as another one of your badge activities. So you already have 2 of the 3 badge activities you have to do just between those 2 things alone. I hope you tune in next week. We have a whole new middle grade book spotlight, and I hope you have a great week.